there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and today we are here at Pilot Mountain State Park in North Carolina. And today what we have for you are 10 things that shock tourists when they come to the beautiful state of North Carolina. And I think it's important we start with this one, and that is just how many gorgeous mountain vistas and views you have when you come here to North Carolina. If you want to go up to the top of Pilot Mountain, you can go up there and have that beautiful view of the entire state and around here down to Winston-Salem. Or you want to go see more of the Blue Ridge Mountains or the Smoky Mountains. The Appalachians here are just gorgeous when you're going around and just taking it all in. And it's just shocking how gorgeous it is. But what the thing is, it's not just to look at. It's also to hike, to see all the waterfalls that are here, the natural water slides you can go on. I mean, it's just a really, really great adventure-y, outdoorsy state to be in, and having all these mountain ranges to enjoy makes it a shockingly gorgeous state to be in. And what's fantastic is if you're in the Blue Ridge Mountains or Smoky Mountains, or really throughout the state, the colors you get to see with the outdoorsness, because my goodness, in the fall, we've been in the fall when the trees are changing, the leaves are changing, it is just gorgeous. But also in the spring, where it's one kind of flower after another that are blooming, going away, then another one comes, all that coloration is just, it's just gorgeous when you're here. So you get to enjoy a lot when you're exploring all this outdoor stuff. The second thing that might shock you is when you're exploring North Carolina, you're going to be driving, and the shock is just the driving in North Carolina. I mean, I know this is kind of like the heart of NASCAR country, and no, not everybody in North Carolina loves NASCAR, but I think everybody from North Carolina still likes to drive like they're in NASCAR. So whether you're on I-95 or 40 or wherever you're going to go, or in the back roads, there's going to be some fast driving. Like, you'll be just keeping up with traffic and notice, oh snap, I'm like going like 85, 90 miles an hour. What the heck? It is something you need to be ready for in terms of the traffic and the driving. You know, if you're in Charlotte, yes, you're going to have your, rush hour traffic. And if you're going 40 from the Research Triangle over to Winston-Salem, just expect cars all the time. And I-95, oh, why is it so much 2 lane, or well, 4 lanes, 2 on each side? Why isn't it bigger? Florida, New York, New Jersey, I think you should pay for that because you're just kind of driving through. But I will say, 40 when you come through, it seems like that's more North Carolina's highway because there's a lot more space on it, a lot easier going. But yeah, the driving here, it'll get you. And if you want to get a little NASCAR in you, well, there is the NASCAR Museum in Charlotte for you to enjoy. Now, my next shock for you is, do you realize if you're in the US and you're watching this video, you're probably either sitting, laying, or putting stuff in furniture made here in North Carolina. I mean, North Carolina is furniture country USA. So if you're going to be buying furniture from the US and it says, made in the USA, a lot of times it's made right here in North Carolina. And the shocking thing about it, if you go to places like High Point or Hickory, I've been to High Point a few times with Jocelyn, and they have showrooms for furniture that are like the Disneyland or Disney World of furniture, where it's levels upon levels upon levels just spread out of every kind of furniture you could ever imagine. And it's crazy, but it's shocking just how much furniture is from here and how much you'll want to get the furniture, because there's some really good stuff when you are here. All right, now my next shock for you when you come here, this is probably the most popular tourist destination when you come to North Carolina, and that's the Outer Banks. Just your overall Outer Banks experience. I mean, when you go there, the beaches there are fantastic. Go and enjoy it. But hey, do be careful, because you'll be shocked how strong those riptides could be. So if you're going with your kids, make sure you're always paying attention to them, all right? Also, Outer Banks, can you say wild horses? Yeah, you'll see wild horses in certain parts running along the beach. Like, that's totally cool. You don't like that? Oh, the lighthouses that are there? Oh, you ever heard of the Wright brothers and Kitty Hawk? That's in the Outer Banks. And if you don't even like that, well, just go to Duck Donuts and eat that, because oh my God, the donuts there, you see them make them for you, and they're so good. And so you have all these great, shockingly wonderful things to do when you are by the Outer Banks, or in the Outer Banks, or on the Outer Banks. And if you go a little bit off the Outer Banks, you can go see Gravedigger, one of those famous monster trucks. Their base is right outside of there. But honestly, the Outer Banks is just a fun family beach vacation getaway, and you'll be shocked how packed it gets in the summer and during spring break time. So make sure you're booking plenty ahead to make sure you do get a place to stay, and do be ready for some heck of long lines when you are there. And speaking of hecka long lines, my next shock for you is the line that you'll see on the drive-thru going to Bojangles. So for those who don't know, Bojangles, famous chicken and biscuits, it is a fast food chain, chicken and biscuit chain, that's from here in North Carolina. And they love it here, as well they should, because Bojangles is awesome. Their biscuits get ranked as some of the best biscuits you can get at a fast food place anywhere. And so the thing is, everybody wants to go. And so the lines there, it can take a while. So the fast food version, you think that, you know, it's not necessarily going to be super fast, but it's so worth it, okay? So get the chicken when you're there, or if it's the morning, why not grab a Cajun biscuit? Oh my God, you know, it's basically like fried chicken and a biscuit and Cajun spices. Oh, it's so good, it's so good. So you have that, but yeah, the lines for Bojangles, it might put you off, but don't let it put you off. Go and enjoy the true treat of North Carolina. Well, there's more treats, but I'll talk about that later. Now, my next shock for you is when you realize there's a castle here in North Carolina, but it's not the fact that it's an impressive castle. The Biltmore estate, it is phenomenal. It's gorgeous from outside, inside, the rooms, the tours. It is just so amazing. It's majestic. It's incredible to visit. But that's not what's gonna shock you when you go there. It's the sticker price to go and see the Biltmore, because when I'm filming this, the spring like minimum is like starting at $64 per person. In the summer, starting per person is $76 per person. So it can really, you know, eat up a lot of cash really quickly. But man, it is an awesome setting. If you're gonna go, I think kids 9 and under are free, and there's reduced for 10 to 16-year-olds. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna burn through a lot of cash when you go there. So just know the Biltmore, sometimes it's better to just go, oh, that looks pretty from there. I'll get the postcard and not pay $150 some odd for my wife and I to go there. Just saying, all right? Now, the next shock you're gonna have when you come here is just how much they love college basketball when you're here. And you'll hear all kinds of sayings, all kinds of funny things. One I kind of liked, I got a chuckle out of is Duke is puke, Wake is fate, but the team I hate is State. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I said that to my friends who are NC State grads. I'm like, I don't have anything against NC State. I just heard this. And like, yeah, we got some rivalries here. So whether it is Carolina Blue, you know, going for the Tar Heels, the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, where Michael Jordan played, or you got the Duke Blue Devils, you know, you can go see them in the darker blue, or you got the red at NC State. I mean, college basketball is legit a thing here. So if you can get tickets, go to a game, because it is, I mean, you see some really dang good basketball too, and it's really a thing here in North Carolina. Now, my next shock for you, I'm going back to when I talked about those tasty treats I was gonna let you know about. Well, one thing you need to know is we all need to thank North Carolina right now for the joy and wonderful and happiness of Krispy Kreme. Yeah, Krispy Kreme donuts, they're from here in North Carolina, and if you ever see them and the hot, you know, donuts sign is lit up, the red lights are on, go get one, or two, or a dozen. You won't be upset because they're fantastic, okay? But the thing is, there's other Carolina treats when you are here. Their barbecue, yeah, the sauce, it's a vinegar-based sauce. So if you're used to like the tomato kind of stuff, the sweet stuff, or maybe the mustard stuff kind of sauce from South Carolina, it's different here. It's more vinegar-based, and there are 2 different styles, you know, when you are here. I mean, you do have the Lexington style, which is vinegar with tomato, so you have that, and that's usually mostly shoulder. If you have the Eastern style, that one is no tomatoes, but it's with the vinegar, and they're both fantastic. You won't do wrong with either of them. Just know vinegar does play a powerful part in the barbecue here, but whatever barbecue you get, or heck, whatever you get when you're here, make sure you don't forget to get the hush puppies and the coleslaw, because yum, 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 and maybe throw in some banana pudding too. You can't go wrong there. And if you want to like just throw everything on there, I will say, being from Illinois, knowing about the Chicago dog, knowing about the Carolina dog, is something that you really need to know when you come here. And what it is, it's a hot dog, and on it, it's got, you know, coleslaw, and it's got onions, and it's got chili, and there can be some mustard in there, and it's fantastic. And you don't put anything extra on there because the balance of all the flavors just make it awesome. So when you're here, Krispy Kreme, right? You want to get that. You want to make sure you get a Carolina dog. You also want to make sure you get some barbecue when you're here. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much to enjoy, and you'll get so plump when you are here. And the thing is, I'm just talking about the food that'll shock you. What about the drinks? And my next shock for you is the fact that Coke isn't the biggest thing out there here in North Carolina. I know when you're in the southeast of the US, in the South, you kind of think, oh, Coke is the de facto soft drink when you're here. Oh no. In North Carolina, they invented Pepsi here. So I actually see Pepsi quite often, which sometimes seems kind of odd when I'm used to seeing Coke so much after we've been down here for a few weeks. So that's one thing. But they also have another soda called Cheerwine. And I'm gonna tell you, Cheerwine, it can shock you when you have it for the first time, because for me, it still tastes like kind of like a cherry soda mixed with some cherry cough syrup kind of. I'm not a fan, but I have friends that love it. My buddy Mark down in Texas, I know he was getting some, he got I think 22-liter bottles to take back with him to Texas because they didn't have it, you know? And it's just like, oh my God. But the thing is, when you're here, try some of that Cheerwine. You might get a Cheerwine float, and you'll have places, you know, maybe you go to Cookout, they might have something for you to try it. But yeah, I mean, Cheerwine, Pepsi, the way to go when you are here. And another shocking thing is how good the beer is here in North Carolina, especially if you're gonna be in Asheville, because Asheville, I know for me, the water in Asheville is gorgeous. And I guess that'll be another shock I have for you, is your Asheville experience. So Asheville, if you go way over to the west of the state, you'll see, you know, in the Blue Ridge Mountains, there's Asheville, and there's the waterfalls and the natural water slides, and just this cute town, this cute city really now. It has great boutiques and cool stuff, and they kind of, it's more of a laissez-faire kind of place. People can be whatever the heck they want, and it's just a really crazy experience because it can be kind of crazy when you're downtown. And sometimes it's in a good way, and sometimes that Asheville experience might not be in a good way. It does have one of the highest crime rates in the state of North Carolina, but I know a lot of people go there because it is near the Biltmore, and it's one of the most beautiful parts, honestly, of the US when you go there. I mean, we've been there like 5 or 6 times, and we still go back, even though sometimes you're like, oh, downtown, interesting, especially in the evening. So do have a heads up. So if you are there, you will enjoy it with the outdoor stuff, and the beer there is the best. I mean, granted, like I said, great beer all over the state, but the beer in Asheville's got like a next level kind of taste to this. I think it's the water maybe, but it's just amazing. But do have a heads up when you do go to Asheville, because the overall experience can be really great or really interesting when you are there, all right? So these are just 10 little things that might have a fun way of shocking tourists when they come here to North Carolina. What shocked you when you first came to North Carolina? Was it visiting Charlotte and see how much it's grown? Was it going to see the museums in Raleigh? I mean, dude, it was so cool to see. There's so many good museums in Raleigh. Or going to the Outer Banks. I know for Liam, it's when we drove down the highway, and all of a sudden he's like, there's Gravedigger, and he went crazy. He's like, yeah! So you'll have a good time when you're here, because this state is fantastic, from the mountains to the ocean. I mean, it's just great, and there's wonderful cities in between. Just know that driving through it can be a bit hectic. So I wish y'all the best. I hope you have a great time here in North Carolina. If you want to learn more what to eat in North Carolina, Jocelyn's got a video on that. We've got the don'ts of visiting the Outer Banks to help you have a great time in this great state. And I'll say bye from here in North Carolina.